What's up, you guys? Man, this is Love versus the Reality of Love podcast. I'm back with another edition. This is your boy Porter Prospect. And if y'all don't know what Porter Prospect is, it just means this. It means I'm in the portal. I am eligible to go to any girl in this country and start immediately. Because I'm the Porter Prospect. You know, when people ask me, what's your relationship status? I just tell them, I ain't single. I'm in the transfer portal, looking to get picked up. So, I just weighing out my options. So, but anyway, thank you for joining me today, man. This is episode 32. I appreciate all of the support I've been getting, man. And let's have a great show today, man. I got a couple of topics that I'm going to get into. I'm going to discuss today. Very familiar topics for everybody. So let's get into it, man. We ain't going to take too much time. Alrighty. So the first topic of the day, getting out of the healing phase. You know, you meet somebody be like, I'm still healing. I'm still healing. I'm still healing. I'm always healing. I was hurting, I'm healing. It's time to get out that phase. It's time. You have to get out that healing phase. You should be healed. You can't be healing for 5-6 years. You just can't. I mean, come on. You got to be healed by now. Not saying you got to rush your healing, but man, I mean, my goodness, how long are you going to heal for? Even you put Neosporin on a cut, it heals quick. I'm just saying. I mean, all I hear is, oh, well, I'm in my healing phase. I'm in my building phase. I'm in this phase, in that phase. How about we just stop all the phases and figure this thing out? How about we get out of the healing phase and get into something serious so you can really see whether you're healed or not? Because you technically really don't know whether you're healed until you get into another situation to where that same problem arises. Let's see if you really healed from that situation. Let's see if you take what you learned in this healing stage and apply it into your next relationship. Let's see if you really know what you're doing. Because that's all I've been hearing, man. I'm in healing. I'm still healing. I'm like, man, my goodness, how long you gonna heal for? And what kind of cut you got? What you got that you gotta heal for this long? I'm not saying that you don't get better. You do. You get better through all the years. But what I'm saying is, eventually, it's time to use some of that work and put that work to use. Because what's the point of working on it if you're not going to apply it? How do you know whether you healed if you've never been in a situation where you had to use what you know? Are you healed? Are you good? I mean, to get out of that healing phase, it's mindset. You got to tell yourself, I'm healed. You have to tell yourself, I'm healed. I'm going to apply what I've been working on through me, through the inner me, and let it come out. Now it's time to put that to good use. Put what you learn to practice now. Staying in a healing phase is very dangerous, and it's very pointless. And it's just, it ain't a good thing to say. Like, as far as I'm saying, let's just say, like you say, I've been healing, I've been in this phase for a while now, healing I've been in probably about 4 or 5 years. It's like, man, what you healing from? A car accident? Because I'm not understanding why it took you that long to heal. It's really, really, really what you have to do is, to get out of healing, it takes self-accountability. To get out of this healing phase that everybody's talking about. It's just called self-accountability. You need to look on what you did. Fix what you did. Because you can't fix what they did. They already done moved on. They on to the next. They probably already out of their healing phase. Or whatever they do, they doing what they do. You can't focus on them. You got to focus on what you're doing. What you need to do. That's what you got to focus on. You can't worry about what Jimmy and Johnny and Jack doing. You got to focus on what you're doing. Take accountability for what you did in that relationship. Take accountability for where you messed up in the relationship. And make sure that those things are fixed, are healed, are ready to go. And then apply those things that you learned. Always remember what you're working on. If you're constantly ever evolving, so you always gonna be able to have different tools to use in different situations in your relationship. That way, when that same thing pop up, you don't even react the same no more. It ain't so emotional now. It's a logic. I'm sorry. It's logic now. They're using logic instead of it just being emotional. You have to use some logic, man. Because at the end of the day, it's so many things going on, and so much happening that we need to understand. You only got so much time to get this thing right. I'm not gonna lie, especially for women out here, it's so much more of you than guys, that eventually you're gonna be 40 with 4 cats. If you don't get out of this healing phase, you're gonna look up and be 40 with 4 cats. I heard a podcast today. I forget what it's called. Shout out to you guys though. But I heard a chick come on there and say, and I quote, "Being a good man isn't enough." Being a good man isn't enough anymore. And when I heard that, because she elaborated on it, because they were like, when he's taking care of you financially, you don't have no problems in the bedroom, you don't have, that kind of stuff, right? And she said, maybe his humor ain't the same humor that I like. Right? So what I'm thinking she meant was chemistry. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't have time to play about that. It's hard. It's going to be harder and harder to find good guys, because good guys are seeing what happens. They're starting to notice now what happens to good guys. They're noticing it now, and what they're doing is flipping a switch. They flipping a switch, acting out of character. They're not just flipping a switch. These people are changing everything. They're changing their personality because they know women will trample over you if you go about it this way and if you go about it that way. I'm telling y'all, good guys are starting to become short order. Y'all better start picking up on some of these good guys and worry about the rest later. Chemistry is developed through getting to know somebody. Chemistry is developed through being around somebody, being with them. You can't have chemistry from a distance. That's why I never understand when people say, "Oh, we don't have good chemistry." But you just met them yesterday. Of course you don't. Chemistry comes with combined. Do y'all know what chemistry is? Chemistry is combining this thing, and creating this thing. You cannot do that if you've never met the person. You've never hung around them. You just met them. Chemistry is developed. It's not automatic. I don't understand where people get that at. I think that people take commonalities as chemistry when it's not chemistry. Y'all just like the same things. That's it. That has nothing to do with chemistry. I just like the same things. And my point in saying that is, We have to understand as people, we got to get out of that healing stuff. It's time. Step out. Do what you have to do. I'm moving on to the next topic, man. That is my expectations for my next relationship. So, this is a personal thing for me. So, personally, my expectations for my next relationship is I want somebody who loves me, understands me, and accepts me. I also want a woman who doesn't hold anything back. I want the fullness. I want the 100%. I don't want a chick that's going to hold back from me. Like holding back loving or holding back the way you feel about me. You know, don't hold back. Bring it to me. Let's work on things. I want a woman to be able to trust me with her love. I want a woman to be able to trust me with her innermost thoughts. I want to be a woman's diary. I want her to feel comfortable enough to be my diary. I want to feel comfortable to be able to tell her things that I've never told anyone, and then not get thrown back in my face. I want that. That's what I want. I want a lot of things, man. I think for me in this next relationship, I need her to understand me. That's like very important for me, for my woman to understand me, understand what I go through, understand what I cherish, understand what I feel. I just feel like a lot of people don't set expectations for their next relationship, and then they just go into it. Don't just go into it. Know what you want. Be with you. Be what you want. Be understanding. Be caring. Be loving. Be all those things. Because that's how you attract them. Because you cannot ask for things that you're not. Like, you can't try to ask for the peace if you're not peaceful. You know? Like, if you're not a peaceful person, how you going to ask somebody else to be that? You know, how can you expect somebody else to be that? If you're not loving, how you going to expect somebody else to be loving? You know, if you don't care, how you going to expect somebody else to care, yo? So we got to always think about those things right there. We always got to be cognizant and mindful of that thing right there. Is because how are you going to expect it and not give it? So it's all about reciprocity, man. It's all about being reciprocal. It's back and forth. I just feel like if you claim you want this, you claim you want that, go get it. But be those things before you get it. You know? Be those things before you get it. I know for me, a big one, a big one for me is the diary part. Because what I don't want to be doing is telling you things about me personally, and then in an argument it gets brought up. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm speaking what I want. But I also got to be that too. She got to be able to tell me things that I wouldn't tell a soul. I wouldn't tell a soul about it. That's what's important. So I think that the important part about this is I feel like if you are out there and you want what you want, set your expectations, write them down, make them plain, and then go be what you are on that list, and then go get it, and then don't go get her, because she'll pop up out of nowhere. I promise you. The person you're looking for is going to pop up out of nowhere. It won't be the person that you think it's intended to be. It'll be the person out of nowhere. Yes. Just make sure that at the time that you, by the time that you get this person, make sure that you're ready. You're ready to take that on. Don't be in a healing spot. Don't be like, oh, I need to heal a little bit more before I do this. Before I get there, let me heal a little bit more, heal a little bit more. No, no, no. This is not a video game. You do not charge up. You're ready or you're not. And I think, man, that, like I said, you just got to be what you're asking for. That's the most important thing that I want to preach today. Be what you're asking for. Don't ask for something you're not. That is the story for today. Well, I want to thank you for joining me for the week. I appreciate your love and support. We will be back Monday with another episode. I enjoyed myself to this week, man, with you guys. And thank you. This is Love vs. Reality Love Pod. Until next time.